Hey, you. Hi. Me again. Pat. It's me, Pat. And, first of all, before I get started on the topic that I actually wanted to talk about, um, found out that people actually can get pretty competitive with Happy Wars, and I didn't know that. And, that's pretty cool, though, honestly. Uh, so sorry if I offended anybody by saying that it's just kind of a button mashing game. I didn't meant no ill will by it, but, months ago when I first started doing these videos, um, I had a anonymous question on Tumblr, simply being, why do you do this if you don't really get that many views? And I thought to myself at the time, I was just like, well, I don't know. Like I guess I really didn't have a legitimate answer. What are we doing? We're doing something? Well, that was a fucking waste of time. Um, I didn't really have a definitive answer for them. I just couldn't think of anything, and I guess sometimes an answer to such questions will come later on. And my answer now is I'm not really doing it for other people. I'm more just doing it for myself. Um, when I do stuff like this, it makes me feel better about everything, and it makes me it helps organize my thoughts and set my priorities. And I'm sure somebody was just kind of like some people when they do commentaries and stuff, they're hoping for, a better place in the situation, like maybe working for like Machinima or Rooster Teeth, for example. And I mean, obviously, it would be a dream to work for Rooster Teeth or Achievement Hunter, but I'm not. That's not why I do this. I'm not trying to do this because I expect anything. Um, I'm doing this to organize my own thoughts, and it makes me feel good too. I'm a sentimental piece of turd because of if anybody knows me, they know I like to do music stuff a lot, and because of that, it sometimes leads to you dive into emotions. You learn son of a bitch. You learn about yourself more, and you learn about the world around you, being purely an observer more than anything else, than a participator. Really, as a musician, that's how it is, and I kind of came to terms with the fact that I can get really not depressed, but depressing. Like to people around me, like some of my friends were just like, "Dude, you just kind of disappeared for like a couple of days, like or weeks even. Like I don't talk to anybody. I kind of just not even exist. Oh, that's ours already. I'm dumb. I don't even really exist to people. I just kind of like drop off the face of the planet, and because I don't feel like I'm doing anything progressive with the work that I'm doing currently. Oh, I'm dead. Ah, damn it. With like the work that I'm doing currently, I don't really feel like I'm doing a lot of good for myself, even though the job that I'm doing, which I don't really want to talk about, is is beneficial for other people. I don't feel like it's super all that spectacular for me. Like I don't feel necessarily all that great for doing what I'm doing. Um, I feel like I'm not making any progress in life, and being a musician or an actor or any of those things that I claim to be, um, it's one of those like, well, you could just go to school. It's like, well, you could, but I'm one of those people who I'd just rather do it. I gotta get the fuck out of there. I'd rather just like start doing it rather than going to school and learning about it. Like, and I feel like I'm the kind of person who learns more by doing than by I'm getting my shit pushed in. I'm one of those people who learns more by doing than by just sitting behind a desk or something. Which some people are better at that, and that's fine. But that's just not who I am. And this kind of thing helps me organize my thoughts, and it makes me feel good that because people oftentimes, and especially like adults and parents, oftentimes think that video games are a waste of time. And I know a lot of people, if you're listening to this, you can be like, yep, you can definitely agree because whether your mom or your dad or whoever your guardian, respective guardian, could say like, well, you're wasting your time on all those video games. You could be doing something more progressive. And I thought about that, and video games just make you feel good. Video games are fun. It's like reading a book or watching a movie or watching a TV show or something. It's just another medium for entertainment. And that being said, entertainment can sometimes and should sometimes be used after work. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Oh, I'm dead. okay. I'm okay. I'm alive. Get away from me. 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 Oh, get the fuck out of here. You know, and they should be used for enjoyment, but there are people, a lot of people, who have it as a legitimate job, and like people at Achievement Hunter or Machinima or any various sort of non-associated company people who play video games, and I think that's very and I think it's wonderful, but. And I thought to myself, well, what's a one way to make yourself feel like you're not wasting time? Because that's what it kind of got to me. It got to me as like these people, not even just my parents, but other people were like, well, video games are a waste of time, so don't do it. So I kind of thought, like, well, what can I do to make it at least give me the illusion that I'm not doing anything? Well, I'm not wasting my time. And I figured, you know what, like, I could get a game capture. So that's when I messaged Jack about, like, hey, like, what kind of stuff do you guys use? And he said Blackmagic intensity cards, and we won. Did we win? I wasn't paying attention. Did we win? Cool. And I wasn't really paying attention at the time, but he ended up saying, like, you know, oh, so I just completely lost my where was I? We won, and I won stuff. Sweet. But yeah, he just ended up saying stuff like, you know, we use Blackmagic intensity cards. I looked them up, and I realized how expensive they were. And I just was just like, well, I can't get that. And then I looked up some other stuff, and I saw the Elgato Game Capture HD, which is wonderful. And it was $200. Of course, now next gen stuff has built in, but no, it's whatever. I don't mind. Gotten practice in, I suppose. And I've been editing videos since I was in high school, so I figured, you know what, why not put the two and two together and like actually do something. And I mean, I wasn't the best editor in the world, but I used like Final Cut. I got really good at Final Cut and like Adobe Premiere and Magix and all these different softwares, and I loved them all very much. So I know how to work all those things, and I figured, you know what, like, but essentially what editing software comes down to is if you know how to use editing software, like you know how to, if you know how to use one, you know how to use them all. It's just essentially where are the tools. Like you got to look up and find the tools really, and the better the editing software, the more tools there are to use. So that's really what it all is. And anyway, there's no action going on right now, so I'm just gonna go. And so yeah, I kind of, all in all, I do this for myself. I do it to organize my thoughts and make myself feel like I'm not wasting time. And I do play video games obviously on my own time, like Skyrim and stuff like that. Stuff that not necessarily the most fun to stream in the world, but I guess I'm getting launched into another game. So thanks for watching and listening, and if you want to play with me sometime, send me gamertag, and I will send you mine, and we will be friends forever, for life. All right, have a good day, guys. Have a good day. That was a nice thing to say. All right, bye.